evening and welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting's live coverage of the Hardline Transport Solutions Incorporated Outlaw Truck Series here at Dover Raceway, Dover International Speedway here on iRacing. We got two great races for you lined up here tonight, 100 laps each here at Dover, starting with the Outlaw Series. You see currently at the top of the leaderboard is the 91 of Logan Monteith. Gets a little loose there off the corner and catches the inside wall. We're going to see that a little bit here tonight. It's a chunk track to get around here. We see Tyler Burnett currently second on the speed charts, and Dover is a tricky track indeed. We can see the layout is a 1 mile, pretty standard oval. Actually runs the outside of a horse racing track, but it's all concrete. It's slick, and it's almost like a roller coaster. If you catch the look of the track as they come down through into the corners here. We'll actually ride along so you can jump on board here, and you can see just how you kind of dive down into the corner and you come up off the corner. There's a bit of an elevation change coming off the corner there, and that makes those trucks really, really light coming off the corner. So there's a lot of compression into the corner and very, very light load coming off the corner. That's where you can hear the RPM shoot up as they come off the corner, because the truck's just getting light and it's just hard to hold on to. So it's almost like a little bit of taking a jump, if you will. We see Jonathan Cofield sideways off of turn number 2. Let's take a look at your points coming into tonight. We see Tyler Burnett currently at the top of the point standings. Logan Monteith sitting back in second. Jonathan Cofield in third. Corey Hines and Andy Kurtz, your top 5. 6 is Jared Reed. Brandon Pollock in 7th. Steve McDonald, Brett Bieber, and Greg Froelich both tied for that 9th position. And Matt Telder, Ryan Derrick, Travis Bieber, Michael Kosick, Fry Hubbard, and Matt Kleeman both tied for 15th. So a tight points race. As the season has just begun and we have a lot of racing left in the season. And Tyler Burnett, again, your points leader. Mr. Consistency so far this season. Sometimes that's all it takes to get yourself up towards the front. So we've got about a minute left here in practice before we get qualifying underway. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. We do appreciate you joining us here tonight. Don't forget to like, follow, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Let us know. We're always, open to suggestions. So if you have anything you'd like to see or anybody you'd like to shout out on the chat, don't be afraid to let us know. You can reach us right there. We have the chat wide open. See Greg Froelich just pulling down to the low side after getting a little loose. Andy Kurtz, stuck on the inside barrier. That is the water barriers there protecting the end of pit road coming off of turn number 4. Nobody there trying to help him out. 42 of Aaron Sire. Catches the wall off of turn number 4. And that's going to be common too. You'll see a lot of drivers bouncing off the walls here tonight. Again, it's a very, very slick and tricky track to drive. This time has now expired here in practice, and we're going to get moving over to qualifying. Let's see who our first truck is to reach or make their way out onto the racetrack. I see the 91 of Logan Monteith out on track. Off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Monteith will be getting the white flag this time by. Running that little higher lane through turns 3 and 4. Trying to get the truck wound up to get a good run, a good launch off of turn 4 and down into turn number 1. Right there on what would normally be a white line on most tracks. The apron isn't painted here, but something you definitely want to avoid here at this track is touching the apron. See, Monteith just did barely touch that apron. You saw how much it shot him up off the track as he's going to come across the line. And he's going to jump up to the top of the board. Tyler Burnett, currently fastest on track. Steve McDonald just took the green flag. Coming down the backstretch and into turn number 4. Coming to take the white flag. McDonald's going to move up into the 14th position. He makes his way down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Perfect line, avoiding that apron through turns 3 and 4 and across the line, and McDonald's going to jump up into the 12th position. See Greg Barnett just making his way out onto the track. Coming to take the green flag on his first of 2 laps. White flag is in the air for Barnett. His first lap is going to put him up to P20. See if he's able to improve here on his second lap. Down off of turn number 4. And Barnett's going to jump up into the 19th position. Fan favorite Garrett Kinder on track. Running a perfect line right there on that apron. Not crossing over onto the flatter part of the track. That really upsets the truck. Here he comes to the checkered flag. See where he's able to put that Kinder Farm and Ranch F-150. He's going to jump up into the 13th position. Fry Hubbard just went P4. And with 5 minutes left in qualifying, almost 6 minutes left in qualifying, we still have 4 trucks yet to qualify. The 16 of Tanner Johnson, Charles Gates Jr., Matt Knights, and Gary Wright all left to qualify. Of course, don't forget to join us after this one's over. We'll have the whole heating and sheet metal Original Rebels Truck Series after this. Also doing 100 laps here at Dover. You're not going to want to miss that one. These both are going to be exciting races. We want you to stick around and hit that notification button so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. With 5 minutes left, we also want to thank all of our great sponsors that make this racing series possible. course, Hardline Transport Solutions as the series sponsor. Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Intensity Broadcasting, Peg Leg Felts, Thunderstruck Super Series, and Kinder Farm and Ranch. And with about 4 minutes left, don't forget to go back and check out Friday night's race in the Grand National Series. That was a fantastic race as well. They did 125 laps at Iowa. It came down to a green-white checker finish, and a lot of excitement, beating and banging, a lot of three-wide racing on that little short track. I would love to be able to do driver interviews during cautions. Unfortunately, I don't have access to all the racing rooms. I only have 3 people I see that I can pull in, and unfortunately, I can only pull in from what's called my waiting room. So that's I believe it's Lanford asking there on the YouTube. If I could, I would, but unfortunately, I just don't have the power to move people around. And again, I only see 3 drivers in the Discord channel, so unfortunately I'm just not able to pull people in during cautions. I wish I could. Definitely add a little bit more. I know next season the SCSRA that runs on Tuesdays and Wednesdays here on Intensity Broadcasting will be going back to stage racing, so we'll be able to interview people during the stages. We'll still have about 2.5 minutes left here. Still have 4 drivers left to qualify. Haven't seen them hit the track just yet. Grisman56 says, hello, y'all. Good to see you here on the chat. We do appreciate you tuning in here on Intensity Broadcasting here for the Hardline Transport Solutions Outlaw Truck Series. In about 2 minutes, we'll get them gridded up and get ready to go racing here at Dover International Speedway. The Monster Mile. Miles the Monster sitting just outside the gate here. And if you've ever been to this track, you know just how massive that statue is. And it's actually probably one of the coolest trophies on the NASCAR schedule. They actually get a replica of the Miles the Monster holding their driver's diecast. And the real monster is actually holding a full-size stock car up in its hands. So it's kind of wild to see that. I've been there a couple times just driving by, and always stop to say hi to Miles anytime we drive by the track. So if you're ever in the Dover, Delaware area, check the track out. It's right there behind Dover Downs Casino. There's also a horse racing track that's actually in the infield here at Dover Downs. So if you like any kind of racing, whether it's cars or horses, check it out. I believe they do the carts, not the actual horse racing, but the chariot racing, if you will. Can't remember the exact name, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see, and it's a really, really cool track to go to. Again, very unique. As you drive into the corner, you're actually compressing the truck and going down into the track, and as you come up off the corner, it's almost like a jump, if you will. It's almost like a huge change in elevation from the center of the corner to coming off the corner. And yeah, it makes for a very unique track. A couple drivers we know in this field, as well as the Outlaw race after, the Rebels race after this, kind of known as Concrete Kings. So we'll see who's able to make the most out of the racing here tonight. But it looks like qualifying has concluded. We're getting ready to grid them up here at Dover. We're going to get that Peg Leg Felts Pole Award up on the screen, and we'll take a look at your starting grid. Starting with your pole winner. Well, that is not looking right on my screen. There we go. Your pole winner, the 57 of Corey Hines. Tyler Burnett going to roll off from P2. Logan Monteith and Fry Hubbard, they'll make up row number 2 with James Searfoss and Mike Kosick back in row number 3. Kosick had a great run last Friday at Iowa. Unfortunately, had some bad luck there at the end. Jonathan Cofield and Brandon Pollock make up row number 4 with Jared Reed and Corey Bigley back in row number 5. Row 6, you'll find Travis Bieber and Matt Kleeman. And then in row number 7, the 13 of Garrett Kinder rolling off 13th with Ryan Derrick to his outside in 14th. 15th will be Steve McDonald and Aaron Sayre. Ryan Huff, Colton Lanford make up row number 9. And then Brandon Wallace and Tyler Barnett back in row 10. Or Greg Burnett, excuse me. As we see the rest of the field, as the field is getting ready to make their way off of turn number 4. But we're already ready to go racing here. Pace car getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Corey Hines is going to bring him down to the starting zone. The green flag is in the air and re-racing. And a great jump from Corey Hines on that low side. Tyler Burnett, though, looking around the high side. He's going to take over the lead as they come off of turn number 2. Fry Hubbard already trying to get around Monteith. Hubbard using that high lane as well, but Monteith a little stronger down on the low side as James Searfoss tucks in line back in position number 5. And there's a battle back here. A couple Jack Daniels trucks. Mike Kosick and Jared Reed side by side. From the look of those trucks, you'd think they were teammates. Ooh, Fry Hubbard getting loose off of turn number 4, and he's going to get challenged by Searfoss. He's going to move up in the 4th, and Jonathan Cofield now trying to get around as the two Jack Daniel trucks battle side by side behind, and ooh, almost some contact as Jared Reed dove it hard down into turn number 3. Cofield a little loose off of turn 4. He's going to try to tuck himself in line behind Fry Hubbard. While this battle behind continues. Ooh, Kosick bounces off the wall just a little bit. That's going to break his momentum, allow Reed to clear the 3 truck, and now Brandon Pollock down on the low side. Oh, looks like he might have bounced off the wall yet again. Pollock looking strong down on the low side, but Kosick a little bit better on the high side, able to tuck or get himself back around, put himself into the 8th position. Garrett Kinder already up 2 spots. Up into the 11th position. We see Corin Bigley back in 12th, and just kind of running right now, getting chased down by the 19 of Matt Kleeman. Pollock, though, still looking at the back bumper of that 3 of Mike Kosick, just kind of loitering there, trying to get himself in a position to make the pass. And Fry Hubbard's running down the 15 of Searfoss. Further back, Kleeman starting to run down the 82 of Bigley, trying to move himself up into that 12th position. And Brandon Wallace, who started toward the back, is now taking a look down underneath Colton Lanford, trying to take over that 19th position. They are side by side down into turn number 4, and Wallace is going to have that position. He's going to get himself up into the 19th position, as Andy Kurtz and Greg Burnett battling out. Kurtz already up 5 positions up into the 17th spot. Just kind of picking them off one by one. And just behind, Steve McDonald starting to run down Kleeman a little bit. As this part of the race, we're also going to see the drivers kind of get a little more single file. See Corey Hines, ever since getting passed by Tyler Barnett, has been dropping back. Barnett, though, in another zip code, already almost a 1.25 seconds lead over Corey Hines. And Logan Monteith starting to run down that 57 of Hines. A little bit of a battle back here as Aaron Sire, Colton Lanford, and Greg Froelich all battling for position. It's for 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And just like they said on the NASCAR broadcast today, sometimes the battles that are happening deep in the pack are some of the best battles on track, because everybody's running so hard to try to gain every position. As Matt Knights makes himself up into the 25th position, and he's already moved up 2 spots from where he started. Kleeman now has the 68 of Steve McDonald right there on the back bumper. Kevin Kinder says, hello, y'all. Kevin, good to see you. Update on Garrett. Garrett's already up into the 11th position, gained 2 spots. He's got a battle in front of him that he's watching between Travis Bieber and Brandon Pollock, and he wants to be part of that battle as well. As he clears the one of Pollock, and now he sets his sight on the 114 of Travis Bieber. Another battle for position is right behind as Brandon Pollock has some company in the form of the 82 of Corey Bigley. Take a look down to the inside. Bigley's going to take that position away. Pollock thought about trying to cross him back over, but just was not close enough to make that move. And Fry Hubbard makes his way around the 15 of Searfoss. Here comes Jonathan Cofield, trying to make a move around the 15 as well. A little contact, I think, between the 58 and the 15. Now Searfoss starting to fall back just a little bit. So Fry Hubbard's now moved himself up into the 4th position. And he's going to try to set his sights on Logan Monteith, who's currently almost 2 seconds ahead. Speaking of big leads, Tyler Barnett had almost a 1.5 seconds lead over Corey Hines, and Corey has pulled right back to the back bumper. Adam Lang says, sucks he couldn't be out there on track. Just started a new job. Let's go, Tyler. Sorry to hear that, Adam. Hopefully we'll be able to see you back on track soon. We got a battle for the lead as Corey Hines takes a look down to the inside. And he's at the quarter panel as they make their way down the front stretch and into turn number 1. Barnett, who made the original pass for the lead on the high side. See if he can do anything up there on the high side. He's going to try to pinch Corey Hines down as they come off the corner, trying to loosen up that 57, but Hines is going to make the move and take over the lead here on lap number 21. See another battle heating up here on track. Garrett Kinder taking a look at Mike Kosick. Kinder's now moved himself up into the top 10, and it's just so hard to pass here as we see Kosick trying everything he can to defend the 13. And another battle back here. Andy Kurtz and Ryan Derrick going at it. Kurtz is going to get around the 88. The 88, though, thought about trying to make a little crossover move. As Kurtz pushed up the track just a little bit. And Kurtz running that middle lane, and that is an option here at Dover as the racing does go on. You can kind of run that middle lane like we see Andy doing right here. And he kind of pulls it down towards the bottom, using that momentum down the hill, I like to call it. Doing a little bit of a diamond move. Enter high and then turn the truck down the hill to get some speed. Kind of kicks the back end a little bit out as well. Helps you rotate through the center. Not something you can do in every vehicle here. Looks like Kurtz might just touch the wall just a little bit, but it definitely works here in the trucks. Another battle for a position a little further back in the field. Matt Telder just went around the 42 of Aaron Sire, moved Telder up into the 20th position. So great battles across the track. As now Burnett has Logan Monteith right there on the back bumper, trying to take over that second position. Now Corey Hines' lead is now a second and a half over Burnett. Tells me that 84 was definitely pushing hard at the beginning. Might have burnt that right rear off, or right front off the truck. Once that right front heats up too much, it's impossible to bring it back. That causes that truck to really push through the corner. And for those that aren't super familiar with racing terms, pushing is when the truck is tight or the truck just doesn't want to turn. It feels like someone's behind you, just pushing you, not allowing you to get the truck to have traction in the front end. When the truck is loose, that's when the rear end slides around. As Tyler Burnett has a little connection issue there. It causes the truck to be fast, but sometimes you can be a little uncontrollable. As we talk about pushing, Tyler Burnett just goes up and slaps the wall, and goes back to the statement I was about to make, where you can always tell if a truck is tight or loose by how it hits the wall. If it hits the wall with the front end, it's tight. If it hits the wall with the back end, it's loose. And right now we're seeing that 84 of Tyler Burnett definitely fighting quite the tight race truck right now. Garrett Kinder's lost a couple spots. He was just up in the top 10. Now he's back in the 12th position. Don't know if he might have made a little bit of contact with the wall. See if we can take a look at the right side of that truck. Yep, you see that right side is all scraped up and pancaked in, so that 13 machine definitely did catch the outside retaining wall. And until we get to our first either caution or pit stops, where Garrett can get on pit road and get that fixed up, he's going to be continuing a backward slide. But good practice here tonight for the second race as we see Kinder down on the apron and making his way down onto pit road, realizing that truck is not healthy and he's got to do something about it. See a big mess on track as Cofield gets loose off the corner, gets way down low. Searfoss and, ooh, the lap truck of Matt Knight's right here in the mix as well. And that 64 of Matt Knight's unfortunately getting in the way a little bit of our lead lap trucks. Gonna move up to the high side now, try to stay out of the way. And as that's going on, we see Jared Reed and Jonathan Cofield. Actually, I take that back. That's more lap trucks here that Jared Reed is dealing with. So we saw Matt Knight's running hard, and he's got these trucks in front of him that he was racing for position, such as the 25 of Colton Lanford, the 55 of Charles Gates Jr. They're in their own little race right now, and they're trying to stay in the mix. As Garrett Kinder's now made his way off pit road, he is 2 laps down. But you can't fault these guys for racing for position, even though the leaders are trying to make their way through. And now Tyler Barnett has the 14 of Fry Hubbard right there, trying to get on by. Jonathan Cofield right there in the mix as well. So now Tyler Barnett's slid back into that 5th position. We'll battle back here. Brandon Pollock, Ryan Huff, Matt Telder. This is for 16th, 17th, and 18th. As Telder's going to make a move down to the inside of Brandon Pollock. And here comes the 9, Ryan Huff, trying to make a move as well. So battles all over the track as the tires are definitely not at their best. These trucks can go about 40 to 50 laps on fuel. It's just a matter of if they can stretch the tires that far. As Greg Froelich now makes his way down on the pit road, pitting from the 24th position. And Corey Hine continues to lead. So Corey currently has a 3-second lead over 2nd place Logan Monteith. And then from Logan, you go another almost 3.5 seconds back to the 14 of Fry Hubbard, who's getting passed by Garrett Kinder, who is a couple laps down, as I mentioned. Jonathan Cofield runs in 4th. He is just behind Fry Hubbard. And it's almost a second back to 5th place Jared Reed. Tyler Burnett in the 84 started on the outside pole, led a bunch of laps, had him almost a 2-second lead himself. Now he's been steadily falling back, especially after slapping the walls, got a little damage to the right side. He's getting challenged here by this 114 of Travis Bieber, currently in the 7th position for now, trying to get around the 84 with James Searfoss back in 8th. James watching this battle intently, seeing if he can sneak around, maybe get a 2-for-1. And then Mike Kosick in the 3 machine currently runs 9th. And then Corey Bigley in the 82, he's back in the 10th position. So that's your top 10 as they run, as this battle is still going on between Searfoss and Tyler Barnett. Ooh, a little bump from the 15. Trying to use the bumper a little bit to try to get around that 84. Brett Bieber just made his way down on the pit road. And Tierfoss is going to get around the 84 of Burnett as Corey Bigley gets around the 3 of Mike Kosick. And Kosick down on the apron. Looks like he's going to be coming down on the pit road this time. Jonathan Cofield on pit road. Steve McDonald on pit road. So we're starting to see drivers hitting pit road. And again, they've got a little bit more fuel in the tank. But those tires are such a difference. And if we look at our speeds, our leader last time by ran a 24.65. Garrett Kinder last time by ran a 23.50. So almost a second and a half faster on those new tires. Where most of the field is currently running 25-second laps on those older tires. Jared Reed just made his way down on the pit road. As Corey Hines comes up onto the 25 of Colton Lanford. Put him another lap down. Garrett Kinder trying to get one of his laps back. Here's a 71 of Greg Froelich also on fresh tires, and you see just the speed difference that he's able to hold compared to the 57 of Corey Hines. Fry Hubbard, Travis Beaver both on pit road. Need a mod to delete those messages. I actually don't see any messages on my end. Was there a something that came through from a not so nice source? Because I don't see it here on my end. I'll take a look at that real quick. That's Fry Hubbard, Tyler Barnett, Andy Kurtz, Greg Burnett. A bunch of drivers make their way down onto pit road. Those are definitely, I apologize for those messages. If you can report those on your end as well. I'm seeing if I can get them removed. I have them blocked on my end, so I can't see those coming through, and I apologize for that. Logan Monteith, Gary Wright on pit road. There goes Greg Barnett down on the pit road as well. So we have just 5 cars, or 5 trucks, I should say, on the lead lap right now as Corey Hines, James Searfoss, Brandon Wallace, Matt Telder, and Ryan Derrick continue to run out on track. Hines still running 24.6s, so still showing a bit of speed in that 57 machine. James Searfoss runs 12.5 seconds behind. Brandon Wallace, we know Brandon likes to stay out on track and try to save as much fuel as he can and pit real late. Matt Kleeman now makes his way down on the pit road. So 5 drivers on the lead lap, 6 drivers still have not pit yet. And as I say that, the 42 of Aaron Sire makes his way down onto pit road. So make that 5 trucks left to pit. As we see Corey Hines out there just in a mess of traffic. Oh, the 88 of Charles Gates Jr. gets a little loose there off the corner. Almost causes a big mess on the front stretch, but heads up driving from Corey Hines and everybody around. One person that this this long run's really kind of benefited, as Ryan Derrick now pits from the 5th position, is Garrett Kinder. Kinder currently running up in the 6th position. He has pit a whole lot earlier than everybody else, about 10 to 15 laps or more, depending who the driver is. Currently runs in the 6th position. And if a caution was to come out, that could put Kinder in a pretty good position here, although he is still a lap down. I'm not even going to try to say that last name. I apologize, but we'll just say Jason says, let's go Evil Empire. As we see Corey Hines now making his way down onto pit road. And that's going to give the lead over to the 15 of James Searfoss, unless Searfoss makes his way down onto pit road as well. So Brandon Wallace will take over the lead. And 7 of Matt Telder now currently runs in the 2nd position. And he's about a second and a half behind Brandon Wallace. And those are the last 2 trucks that need to make their way down onto pit road. Looks like Brandon Wallace is going to stay out yet another lap, along with the 7 of Telder. And Fry Hubbard just made his way around Garrett Kinder. And now you can see, again, the speed difference from new tires to old tires as Kinder now runs back in the 6th position. He is on the same lap as the leaders, but the leaders have much fresher tires. Ooh, Ryan Derrick having some issues. He's reset and made his way down onto pit road. Let's see if we can see what happened to Derrick. It looks like he just down on the track and made his way down onto pit road, so no caution will come out. That's the 5 of Andy Kurtz. Makes his way around the leader, Brandon Wallace. Corey Hines getting a lap back from Wallace as well. But still, these 2 trucks still on track. Ratchet Miller, good to see you on track, or on the chat. So far, we've completed 65 laps without a caution. Garrett Kinder caught the wall earlier, had to make his way down onto pit road. He pit a lot earlier than everybody else, now currently runs in the 7th position, but with tires that are much, much older than the rest of the field. As you see Corey Bigley making his way around, that is not for position. Bigley is currently running in the 22nd position. And Brandon Wallace stays out yet again. And Matt Telder also passes pit road as they make their way off of turn number 2. And at this point, Brandon Wallace is just kind of hoping for a caution to come out. Nope, now he's going to make his way down onto pit road. Telder drives right on by, so that's going to give the lead to the 7 of Matt Telder, who at this moment is the only truck other than Brandon Wallace that's currently on the lead lap. Oh, I take that back. Our top 13 are on the lead lap now. Telder's going to make his way on the pit road, and that's going to give the lead up to Jared Reed, who's in a battle now with Fry Hubbard. And the 15 is a lap down. Searfoss currently the first truck 1 lap down. Fry Hubbard looking down to the inside. This is a battle for the lead. Oh, Reed catches the wall hard. That's going to allow Brandon Pollock by as well. Again, Pollock is not for position, so Fry Hubbard is going to take over the lead. Jonathan Cofield is currently running back in the 3rd position. Brandon Pollock is the tail end of the lead lap currently. As here comes Jared Reed fighting back after making hard contact with the wall, trying to take the lead back. They're still side by side for the lead as they come off of turn number 2. Now they're going to get single file yet again. See the 82, Corey Bigley back there. He is not racing for position. He's currently 2 laps down. But you've got the 9 of Ryan Huff, that blue truck. That is currently the lucky dog position. As Corey Hines trying to get his way back up to the front. He's going to give a big push to Bigley down into turn number 3. Oh! Reed gets contact from Huff. Able to hold on to it, but man, what a great save. I thought he was about to go around, but he was able to save it. Andy Kurtz is going to get around the 07. Is my volume kind of low? I'll see if I can turn that up for you just a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Moving the microphone a little bit closer to my face. Is now Andy Kurtz trying to come up to the back bumper of Kosick, while Fry Hubbard is your leader, but he's got a hard charging 57 of Corey Hines right behind him, and Corey Hines trying to retake over the lead here. Hines going to get down to the inside as we have just 25 laps to go. They are side by side for the lead, but Corey Hines pitted just a little bit later than Fry Hubbard, actually a lot of it later. Fry pitted on lap 49, Corey on lap 60, so much better tires on that 57 as you see him drive right around the 14 of Hubbard to retake over the lead. Battle back here between Mike Kosick and Andy Kurtz, as well as Jared Reed back here in a mess here with some lap trucks. You see Logan Monteith, Brandon Wallace, Travis Bieber all up in this mix here. Monteith and Bieber are battling for position along with Jared Reed. Brandon Wallace is currently a lap down. And oh! Monteith, hard contact with the inside wall. No caution. Take a look to see what happened to Monteith. Oops. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Where is Monteith on my board here? Let's see if we can see what happened if there was some contact or if he just kind of lost it on his own here. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of contact possibly between Monteith and Bieber. He makes hard contact with the outside wall. Barely misses Brandon Wallace and Jared Reed and catches that inside wall, and that's pretty much going to end the day of the 91. Steve McDonald now all over the back bumper of Reed. He's going to take over that 8th position as Jared Reed, after making hard contact with the wall, is currently in a backward slide, unfortunately for him. One driver just kind of holding on for dear life right now is the 13 of Garrett Kinder after catching the wall early, making his way down on pit road on lap 32. He's out there hoping for the caution to come out right now so he can get himself back in position for the race win. Andy Kurtz and Mike Kosick on track, still trying to battle here for the 4th and 5th position. Right now it's all about Corey Hines. Corey has a commanding lead over Fry Hubbard. The lead is just almost 4 seconds, 3.8 seconds as they run. And that 57 machine has checked out. Tyler Barnett trying to get around the 07 of Reed. Tyler, after making contact with the wall early in the race, showed some speed, led some laps, then caught the wall and sent that truck in a backward slide. Your points leader now finds himself running in the 9th position. And I say 4 seconds. That lead that Corey Hines has built up is now 5 seconds over second place Fry Hubbard. And you can see at the top of the screen just how quickly that interval is growing. So we come across the line now. We have 13 laps to go here at Dover. And everybody's kind of starting to spread out a little bit. The only real close battle on track is between Andy Kurtz and Mike Kosick here. And then Fry Hubbard has Jonathan Cofield right there on the back bumper as well. They're trying to work around the 1 of Brandon Pollock. Pollock is the first truck 1 lap down. Brandon Wallace looking around the 808 of Brett Bieber. He's going to take over that 12th position. Garrett Kinder now runs back in 7th. Steve McDonald runs back in 8th, and they're running pretty close to identical times right now. So Garrett Kinder has to hold on for 10 more laps to keep that 7th position. Meanwhile, up front, Fry Hubbard's been able to put a little bit of space between him and the 58 of Jonathan Cofield. But the lap traffic keeps getting in the way and making it a little more difficult You see Hubbard trying to get around the 71 of Greg Froelich. Froenich's going to push up the track and get out of the way. Jonathan Cofield now right there to the outside. Cofield trying to take away that second position. They are side by side for second. And Cofield with the strong move on the high side, able to take over the second position. See a 25 of Lanford currently on new tires, and you can see the speed that he's carrying. Mike Kosick and Andy Kurtz now side by side. This is a battle for 4th and 5th. Kurtz up currently 18 positions from where he started. In the position to win the Hard Charger Award here tonight. Corey Hines makes his way off of turn number 4. We're going to have just 5 laps to go here at Dover. And Corey Hines with almost a 10-second lead over second place Jonathan Cofield. Kosick and Kurtz continue to do a little bit of battle here as Kosick's trying to stay right there on the back bumper of Andy Kurtz, trying to retake that 4th position away. A lap truck, the 7 of Matt Telder, getting around Kurtz and takes away that separation between those two. Ratchet, because it's not my account, I don't have access to a bot to get rid of those, so I do apologize for those popping up on the screen. But here we go. 3 laps to go. Coming to 2 laps to go. And Corey Hines going to make his way down through turns 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. He makes his way around Matt Kleeman. Off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch. 2 more corners remain for Corey Hines. And as he comes off of turn number 4 with an 11.5 second lead, Corey Hines is going to get the win here at Dover. And you can see just how far back we have to go to find our second place finisher, Jonathan Cofield. Fry Hubbard comes home in P3. Mike Kosick gets around Andy Kurtz to take over P4, and Andy Kurtz will finish here in position number 5. But how about this run here tonight for Corey Hines? Absolutely dominating here tonight. He's going to burn it down here on the front stretch. No, he's not. Brandon Wallace is going to say, nope. I'm going to take that celebration away from you and start the traditional Rebels Demolition Derby here at the end. He's going to try to get some kind of celebration in. And we'll take a look at the results. Showing Corey Hines is your winner by 11.5 seconds over second place Jonathan Cofield. Fry Hubbard comes home 3rd. Mike Kosick, Andy Kurtz is your top 5. Travis Bieber comes home in 6th. Garrett Kinder crawls back for 7th. Steve McDonald, Tyler Burnett, and James Searfoss round out your top 10. 11th is Jared Reed with Brandon Wallace coming home 12th. Matt Telder, Brett Bieber, and Brandon Pollock your top 15. Ryan Huff comes home 16th. Aaron Sire 17th. Gary Wright 18th. Corey Bigley and Greg Froelich your top 20. 21st, Matt Kleeman. 22nd, Charlie Gates Jr. 23rd, Greg Barnett. 24th, belonged to Tanner Johnson, Colton Lanford. And 25th, Ryan Derrick, Logan Monteith, and Matt Knights round out the rest of the field here tonight. As we get ready to talk to our top three, just waiting for Fry Hubbard to jump up into the booth. If he does, we'll give him just a moment more. While we wait for Fry, we do want to thank everybody that makes this league possible, including Hardline Transport Solutions Incorporated, Coalfield Asphalt Refinishing, Peg Leg Felts, Thunderstruck Super Series, and Kinder Farm and Ranch. Of course, we didn't get to show the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind tonight, as we had a very, very clean flag-to-flag green flag run. So let's bring in your second place finisher, Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Josh.
And a great run here tonight. Coming home in the second position. Right now there with Fry Hubbard and Corey Hines just putting on a clinic here tonight. I know you didn't have much for Corey here tonight, but man, what a great run for you. Kind of what was the strategy tonight? It seemed like everybody had a little different pit strategy there. And it worked out for some and that's for others. Did you kind of plan on running to halfway, or did you let your tires dictate things tonight?
We kind of had planned to run to halfway, and then a couple guys started hitting pit road, some of the early guys, and we had at 45, on lap 45, we still had 20 laps in the tank, so I was like, you know, go ahead and hit pit road early, and we ended up short pitting everybody behind. He ended up staying out, I guess, to see if any cautions would come out during the pit cycle, but his strategy worked out the best.
Yeah, and with the race going green flag to checker flag, no cautions, especially a track like Dover, I was kind of expecting to see at least one or two cautions here tonight. Were you kind of surprised to see this thing go green flag the whole way through?
Definitely. I seen some smoke in a few areas. I even seen somebody get sideways in my rearview mirror. But yeah, no cautions. Just shows you how good all the drivers are in this league. You know, to be this little concrete track. You know, to stay out of each other's way and off of each other's door panels.
For sure. Well, a great job here tonight, coming home P2. Before we let you go, anybody you want to thank? Any shout you got to give here tonight?
Oh yeah, Intensity Broadcasting for putting on a great show. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Hardline Transport, Coalfield Asphalt, my teammates Caustic and McDonald, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Peg Leg Felts, all the admins that put on this great league we run in.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats with the second place finish, and man, you're having yourself a great season. We look forward to seeing how that season continues for you next week. So good luck.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Have a great night. Let's bring in your third place finisher, Fry Hubbard, into the room. Fry, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, hey Josh, what's up?
Man, great job tonight coming home P3. Had a chance, it looked like, to take home that second place position, but Corey Hines was just way too quick here tonight. I saw you pit a little bit earlier than everybody else, and you're able to stay out there as well. Kind of, what was your strategy here tonight? What was your thoughts on where pit stops were going to fall for you tonight?
Actually there, Josh, I was just going to pit on lap 50 with the rest of the field. I figured, you know, it's going to be if we stay green, it was going to be, you know, just one stop pretty much.
It seemed like that one-stop strategy was everybody's strategy here tonight. And with no cautions coming out, that's another thing that kind of surprised me. I know Cofield said the same thing. A track like this, you figure you might see a caution or two. Were you guys surprised that it went green flag as long as it did?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I figured during when everybody started coming in the pit road, I was waiting for a caution. That's why I stayed out as long as I did. I kind of figured that there might be one, but everybody did an awesome job holding the line. Did good tonight.
Well, a great job here tonight. getting yourself into the podium. Before I let you go, anyone you want to thank? Anyone to shout out here tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank all the admins in the lead. Got to thank you, Tennessee Broadcasting. Got to thank Hardline Transport Solutions, Cofield Outfit Finishing, Tennessee Broadcasting, Peg Leg Felts, Thunderstruck Super Series, and Kinder Farm and Ranch for the replays.
Awesome. We didn't get a chance to use that Kinder Farm and Ranch Records rewind tonight, but we look forward to seeing how the rest of your season goes for you, Fry. So good luck the rest of the season.
Yep, thanks, Josh. Yeah, it's always good not to see that Kinder Farm and Ranch replay, right?
Absolutely. Have a great night.
All right, you too.
There you have it, your second place finisher, Fry Hubbard. Let's bring in your winner here tonight, the 57 of Corey Hines. Corey, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you, man.
Man, what a run for you here tonight. A clinic is not the right word to use. It seemed like you were running a different racetrack than everybody else here tonight. And winning by over 11 and a half seconds. What's the secret to getting around here? Is this just one of your favorite tracks, or is there something you were doing tonight that you saw other people just not doing?
Well, that first run when Tyler got around me, I just tried to keep myself patient and not push the car too hard so it wouldn't fall off as bad, and it ended up working out well tonight.
I saw that hitting your pit stop, hitting a little bit later than everybody else as well. Having those a little bit fresher tires there at the end might have made a little bit of difference too. Let me ask you the same question I asked everybody else here tonight. Caution didn't fly tonight, and it seemed like you might have had a couple of cautions early in the race. Were you kind of surprised this one went green flag as long as it did?
Yeah, I was actually very surprised, and the fact that it went green the whole way is actually really impressive. I was happy about that one.
Yeah, for sure, and definitely worked out in your favor, getting yourself the win here tonight, locking yourself into the playoffs. That's got to feel pretty good as well. So before we let you go, anybody you want to thank? Any shout-outs you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, I think everybody tonight did a great job out there, keeping it green the whole time. So good job, everybody. Nice, clean race, and everybody that puts effort into putting this whole deal on. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats here on the win, and as the season continues, I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon. So good luck.
All right, man. Thank you.
So there you have it, your winner here tonight, Corey Hines, getting the win. Don't forget to join us back here in about 45 minutes when the whole heating and sheet metal truck series takes off. And we're going to be doing another 100 laps right here at Dover, so stay tuned. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. Whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell to get notified whenever Tennessee Broadcasting goes live. We got a couple more seasons that are going to be starting up soon. Don't forget to check out our web store at IntenselyBroadcasting.com. And as always, as our boy Matt Reese would say, over